Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR today, Monday morning, March 29th, 2021. I'm the man they call Meathead, bringing in for the beginning of the week, a lovely sunshiny week. It's the lovely and sunshiny Linda Kay. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning. I love that intro.
Yeah, you like that? It's
Yeah.
almost as bright and bubbly as John Cena in a Suicide Squad trailer.
Yes, indeed. He made
That
some
outfit,
headlines.
that outfit, by the way, holy smokes, that is corny.
Well, some may say John Cena is corny. I feel maybe he can be, but I like that. I like corny. Some people say I'm corny, so you know what? I'm good with that as well.
Now, you folks, obviously, if you don't know, he plays the Peacemaker in the new Suicide Squad that's going to be coming up, James Gunn's Suicide Squad. And John Cena, this is what I'm doing here. I'm segueing, lead into the news a little bit. John Cena has been sequestered up in Vancouver filming the Peacemaker kind of one-off movie. I don't know if it's a part of the DC extended universe or the James Gunn universe, or is it Snyder cut or whatever. But he's filming a new version of the Peacemaker. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. So John Cena getting his own standalone Peacemaker movie. Your thoughts on Cena as the Peacemaker?
I mean, he is a peacemaker in real life, I feel. He did make headlines with that interview with Shaq, and just funny how he didn't really answer Shaq's question about what he thought, or how Shaq wanted to know what John Cena thought about his performance on AEW, and he just kind of segued and got back to the return of the red balls. I think that's what they were talking about with the tagline for the show. So
Yeah.
I think it's great. I mean, Cena can do anything, and I was hoping that he would have made headlines right now saying he'd be on the WrestleMania card, but we'll take the Peacemaker headline.
Yeah, and he had talked about being at the card this year too, but if he's filming the Peacemaker in Vancouver, he's not going to be showing up at WrestleMania. You know what? The Suicide Squad trailer was fantastic. It is kind of a redo, a couple of different characters, they brought in, and it's like a sequel, but a quasi sequel, I guess, using the same people under the same names. Flag is in there, Harley Quinn's in there. She had her standalone movie as well. So we'll have to see how that goes. But John Cena looks like this dude. I mean, seriously, he looks like Super Cena from the mid 2000s to 2010s and 2015s. That's what he looks like. He looks like Super Cena with that haircut. So I think it's a good role for him. I think it's perfect, and I think he fits. Let's talk one other bit of news before we get into what happened on SmackDown. There is obviously, we know that the Thunderdome is moving. They'll be leaving Tropicana Field at any point. It is said to believe that we believe that they are going to be taping Raw and SmackDown to get packed up. I mean, here we are, the last week of March, and the Rays are coming home. Spring training ended, I believe, today. So all the teams are packing up on their way back to their home stadiums. WWE's got the GTFO out of the Tropicana Field. So it's already set. They're going to be in Yenling Center in Tampa. So they're going to be there apparently until August. Your thoughts on WWE not committing to any road shows until at least the end of summer?
Well, what they've been doing with the Thunderdome has been working.
Thunder.
So, right. Even though it's pretty much packaging or repackaging what they've been doing to said arena, just like with WrestleMania, I think WWE just wants to take that time to really run through all the safety protocols and discuss numbers and the next step forward. I just feel they have a great system in place. Realistically, have we heard of AEW really, commit? We have the schedule because we know they still have that date, the redo here in Milwaukee, at least. That was supposed to be for April last year. Then it got moved to
October.
October, and now, because it was supposed to be in my birthday. That's right. And now
so July of 21 is when they're supposed to come to Panther Arena.
So those dates are still intact, but we really haven't heard much directly from the higher ups at AEW. So, WWE just committing to what has been working and just moving it to another arena is a great call for the time being.
I think so too. I understand that this will be WWE's first live show. AEW's been running the live shows that they've been doing at Dynamite. Everybody's spaced out. They're going to have a house show actually the week of WrestleMania in Jacksonville. So for anybody that's heading down to Tampa, WrestleMania week and want to come up and see some AEW in Jacksonville, it's 3 hours. I worry, and we talked about this. I think Matthew brought this up. We talked about this. The imagery of how the shows look, will it start to get stale? It's the exact same background, exact same look, exact same building for Raw, SmackDown. NXT looks like the Capitol Wrestling Center consistently over and over. AEW's got the exact same people. Impact was the one that was taping out of the Universal Studios. And, you ended up seeing the same people sitting ringside, the same Thing 1 and Thing 2 t-shirts over and over. Will this get old eventually?
I mean, I think fans just getting some type of live show period is what's going to be most important. I think I just look forward to the weekly shows so much that, yeah, we see the same talent around ringside. Yeah, we see the same talent singing Judas. Hey, they're in different apparel at least. It doesn't look like things are being like, a couple of shows in one night.
If they start wearing Thing 1 and Thing 2 t-shirts, it's a wrap. I'm done.
Then that's a little different. But I mean, even at Dynamite, they do, pan out to the fans.
Pan over the crowd,
signs. That helps. As far as...
And you know what that means?
Yeah, well, I think just getting a product in general is what we're myself at least, and I think many fans can attest to, is just what's most important is that we're getting a weekly program, something new every week from our favorite promotions. Okay. And, just realistically, it's the best, what else can we do right now to... given, that thing that's going on in the world. But I think we've become used to it, and it's cool. And any subtle change as it moves along will just make it a bit more exciting.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Let's talk SmackDown from Friday night. Matthew and I had kind of a preview for SmackDown on Friday morning. We hypothesized that it was going to happen. We never predicted, we never alluded, but we said, I hope it doesn't happen. It may happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Pearce makes the stunning WrestleMania announcement. It's a three-way. It is a triple threat for the SmackDown side, men's championship, the champion, Roman Reigns, and what he refers to as the only main event at WrestleMania, will take on the Royal Rumble winner, Edge, and inserted into the match, the leader of the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan. As SmackDown went off the air, and we'll talk about SmackDown hits and misses here in a second. As SmackDown went off the air, Edge standing over the top of Bryan and Reigns with a chair, just pissed. And to be honest, character-wise, you can understand why Edge is pissed at Daniel Bryan more so than Roman Reigns, because he snuck into his match.
Absolutely. You addressed this with me last week. What if this becomes a triple threat match? What if Daniel Bryan gets inserted into the match? I mean, he did make Roman Reigns tap out, and you really highlighted that. And I was like, maybe, there's still that week or 2 weeks before Mania. Maybe they can just have another rematch on SmackDown, and it'll still end up being Roman Reigns and Edge. That was the marquee match of WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan, obviously huge star. A triple threat match with the three of them, it's going to be a tremendous match. However, I too felt that was some legit heat. And the almost concertos that we almost got. I was thinking, where's Christian? Oh wait, yeah, that's right.
He's busy telling people he outworks everybody.
Yeah, you know what? I was just thinking about this. I'm like, is there something they know that we don't know? I mean, I know both Daniel Bryan and Edge said, you talk about this possibly being your last WrestleMania. What about me? Is Daniel Bryan, does he have some injury that we're not aware of that this is going to be?
He knows he's living on borrowed time. Daniel Bryan and Edge are identical in this sake, where, in this case where, they had to retire. They had to go away from injury, because of injury, and due to advances in medical technology are stealing extra years. They know they're stealing extra years, so they will fight for this.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, Daniel Bryan's initial pitch to Adam Pearce was let them have the first match or night one
Yeah.
be Daniel Bryan. I'm sorry, Roman Reigns and Edge. Night two, let me face that winner. But then they're talking about the whole like, oh, face them within 24 hours kind of thing. But I'm like, well, it's almost like a Raw after Mania title match where that's still kind of within the 24 hours, and that's kind of
Yep.
what I thought it would have led to. I really did not think they were gonna fully make this a triple threat match. Now things could still change, given us still having just under 2 weeks now to Mania, but I thought maybe this would have been still that marquee Roman Reigns Edge match that a lot of people have been wanting. And then somehow through some type of stipulation that may have taken place during WrestleMania, said winner would then get to face Daniel Bryan. So he still got that chance as well.
Right. I honestly, this is not against Daniel Bryan, the character, not against, Bryan Danielson, the competitor, but I think him being inserted into the match sullies the match that we wanted this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted Edge and we wanted Roman Reigns. And now you've got Daniel Bryan, who's supposed to be a fan favorite. We're going to have to see in front of real fans now, because here's a bone to pick during these segments. They crank up the yes chant.
Yeah.
We know they're in the Thunderdome. It's just a producer playing with the volume. It's silly.
And then, we see Edge, standing above both men, and the audio that we hear, it's almost, you hear the boos. And I'm like, wait, I thought this is supposed to be Edge as the main baby face and Reigns as that dastardly heel. And
right.
Every
time you say dastardly, it makes me think of Marvin the Martian. Where's the kaboom? That should have been followed by an earth-shattering kaboom.
Very nice.
Sorry. 2 matches added in from Smackdown to the WrestleMania card. I believe both are on night 2, if I'm not mistaken. First off, let's talk. This match kind of came out of nowhere. Sami Zayn's and KO. I'm not complaining. I've got the KO show on the PWR fantasy team, so I'm going to get some extra points there. But it was all set up on the KO show, Sami Zayn confronting Kevin Owens. Now, yes, we know they were best friends. Yes, there was the conspiracy there, but is there enough heat to get this match going?
We've just gotten this so many times already. But, we know that both Zayn and Owens will give us a stellar match. Perhaps we will get that KO dive off the ship.
Talked about that, yep. Is he jumping off the pirate ship?
That was him. Oh, him and Rollins last year. That's what it was. But that, obviously inside the Performance Center. But, right. I mean, we know this will be a great match, sure. But I think it was just one where it's like, we want KO on the card. Let's okay. Him and Sami Zayn, they have some history. Last week on SmackDown or the week before, that was a great haluva kick on KO that Sami did. But I guess we got to get to some type of conclusion with the whole conspiracy theory thing. And I love Zayn with his camera crew. It is hilarious, but there's got to be some type of
you need a button. You need a finish. You need a wrap.
Yes, well put. So we know we'll get a great match here, but I do feel it was just kind of quick, but I think fans will be happy with that matchup overall.
Okay. I was very entertained by Cesaro's big swing in the back in dress pants and dress shoes and having people just standing around while Rollins goes for the ride. That was entertaining, which led us to it's going to be Rollins and Cesaro at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I love the whole setup to that segment backstage where Rollins just shouting, "I will not get swung by Cesaro." I don't remember the exact words, but he was so hot about that. Then all of a sudden Cesaro came in. I thought they were going to save the next Cesaro swing until WrestleMania, but we got it back.
Swing is in the air.
Yes, but this is a great match. I'm looking forward to. We got that hinted just from the start when Seth Rollins returned, like this could possibly be a match at Mania, but I think it's been built up nicely.
Yeah.
And both stars, I like it.
Very entertaining. I really think that this is a Cesaro win, and we build towards something, maybe him in the top belt picture. I want to see, we could use, after WrestleMania is over, if Reigns retains against Edge and Bryan, we could use a Frank Cosentino patent pending temperature check on Cesaro and maybe give him the belt.
Ooh, I was thinking perhaps him being Mr. Money in the Bank, but I like that matchup.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's also talk about Big E and Apollo. That is set for WrestleMania as well. Apollo Crews guaranteeing a WrestleMania win over Big E at the big show, the Showcase of the Immortals. Does Apollo Crews get the Intercontinental Championship back?
With the whole character switch, I feel like it may not be too surprising for Apollo Crews just because of all the different gimmicks that he's had and character changes. This one is the strongest and I think most well received from the fans. But Big E also has that strong push and that other side of Big E that we've been seeing. I feel just like Big E said, he could hold on to that title for a very long time coming forward, and I hope so. He's on Team Long Time, by the way, but I also am a fan of Big E. Yes, but that's another great one to look forward to. I expect a brutal match between the two of them, and I think
a big striking match is what I see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wonder if any stipulation might come in place just because we've got that chair shot. We had was it the golf cart in the back? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this could be a no DQ or falls count anywhere type of match. Yeah, I would like that. Yeah.
So let's talk about the tag match that was on Friday nights. It was Cruz, Otis, and Chad Gable beating Big E and the Street Profits. There is a mix of about 4 to 5 teams that are sniffing around the tag team championships. Otis and Gable, the Street Profits, the Mysterios, and we'll talk about the Mysterios as well here. They, I think, are going to go into possibly a 4 corners tag team match. Let's talk about the Mysterios. It was Ray with a single pinfall victory against Dolph Ziggler. The Dirty Dogs, Ziggler and Rude, still the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, but who will they defend their belts against?
Who? I feel that it will be a fatal 4-way tag match. I know I kind of threw out that ladder type tag match idea for the women's tag team championship, but seems like one could be a brewing for the SmackDown men's tag team championship as well.
I like it. And then, of course, you got Bianca looking strong against Natalya with a singles win. She's heading into WrestleMania and going to take on Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. You had Rollins and Nakamura in a singles match. Rollins obviously getting the win, to build towards him going up against Cesaro. Really, it was a short show. Segments were long, and it built towards what we know is already coming. So I thought SmackDown was fine, did the business it should do, and it it gave us the triple threat that I was hoping we weren't going to get, but it's official. According to Scrap Daddy, Adam Pearce, it is official. Edge, Reigns, Bryan, SmackDown main event on Sunday night for the WWE champion. Is that the heavyweight championship or is that I think it's
Universal.
Or Universal. You're right. Yeah, Universal is heavyweight. And then on Raw, they currently have the WWE championship.
Yeah, same thing.
The Universal Championship will cap off WrestleMania. Does Edge in Tampa have his pyro play and Alter Bridge play him out as the heavyweight champion of the world?
Universal. I want that to happen. I mean, he got that huge return again at the Rumble, and this time winning it at number 1. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, again, as a fan, as Edge the character, Adam Copeland the wrestler, I don't really think that this is what I wanted. If this was the way they were going the whole time, then fine, whatever, you understand the plan. But this was supposed to be his comeback. He made it back last year at the Royal Rumble. He went from number 1 all the way to the end this year, earned his spot, and now he has somebody sliding into his match. It's like, Seth Rollins cashing in the Money in the Bank at a WrestleMania main event in San Francisco. Oh, wait, that happened.
By the way, that was tremendous. I did enjoy that. That was a big surprise and huge pop for me there. However, now that I'm thinking about it, the whole Daniel Bryan thing, maybe it's just something to just to kind of segue from what may have seemed like the obvious that Edge would win and close out Mania. I just don't see a repeat of New Orleans at, was it 30? Where Daniel Bryan won
30, yeah. 30 was where he beat in the triple threat,
Yep.
and then he made it to the main event. Or no, he beat Triple H in the beginning and then went to the triple threat.
And then, I just...
Beating Batista and...
Lesnar, right?
Orton, I believe.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
I might be wrong, too. Who knows? But he had
I'm thinking about the Seth Rollins cash-in. That was Roman and...
the Seth Rollins cash-in was Roman and Lesnar.
Lesnar, yeah.
And then Rollins came in and snuck in.
Yes.
Okay, well that was SmackDown from Friday night. Tonight we're 13 days away, folks. So it's not tonight. Next week Friday is the go home to WrestleMania for Raw. But tonight we're not going to find a lot of new business. Honestly, I think we're going to continue business. Rhea is going to get her match against Asuka. The Miz challenged Bad Bunny to a match. Drew McIntyre is going to wrestle Lashley. The Fiend wants Randy Orton at WrestleMania. I mean, all that stuff, is going to happen. Braun and Shane are going to work. I mean, I don't think we're going to get more. I think we're going to get new layers of what we already have planned. I don't see much more room for more WrestleMania matches. There's already 11 announced.
Mm-hmm. I like how you put it, layers.
Yes.
We've got 2 more shows for each brand. Oh, and NXT as well, of course, but
right.
With Raw and SmackDown. Yeah, it's already a pretty stacked bill for both nights, but it is 6 one night, 5 the other, so maybe there's still room for one more.
Maybe. You never know. You never know. Let's talk PWR draft. We've got 2 technically shows left. The NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, half of it will be PWR points qualifying. Half won't. The night on USA, night 1 does not count. The night 2 exclusively on the Peacock does count. And then we've got WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday. Speaking of PWR draft, a little bit of movement. Did you see the Twitter feed, Linda?
Yes, I did.
Our boy Drew Baydala made a move. He made a move, and he dropped 2 people. He drops I Am Jericho, at I Am Jericho, obviously, and Charlotte WWE due to injuries. These are Jericho's out. Charlotte's got the COVID, the Rona. Now, he picks up Jordan Devlin from the NXT brand, the Cruiserweight champion. Do you like that pickup?
Yeah. I mean, title matches definitely get you more points.
Okay.
I'm sure Drew feels strongly that Devlin will defeat Escobar, and therefore...
Let's talk about his second pickup.
Okay.
Drew Baydala picked up Bad Bunny.
Ooh, who would have seen that happening just under a year ago?
We're laughing, but to be honest, he's picking it up for one show and then the season's over.
It's
not as bad a pickup as we make it sound like, right? Because he's getting somebody that's going to appear possibly on the pre-show, appear on the main show, and because remember, there's 2 nights at pre-show as well. Pre-show, main show, and most likely getting a win.
Yes, against my boy, The Miz. Mm.
Yeah.
No, nice move by Drew. I was just thinking, like, a year, who would have thought,
right.
We would be drafting somebody that's from, like, the entertainment wing, if you will,
right.
of WWE.
Yeah. But, he is a former 24/7 champion, so it's not like he hasn't technically been in a match.
Yeah, doesn't he have that Stone Cold title too right now?
No, they traded, remember?
Oh
yeah, he has the Stone Cold title, and he gave up the 24/7 title.
Right. Just kidding.
But hey, you know what? Not going to knock him. He's got another person who's going to perform on the show. He's going to lose 50 points for the 2 injury drops. And speaking of PWR draft, our season's almost come to a close. Mm-hmm. There is big things cooking in the background, Linda Kay. There is one, we've confirmed with the other on-air talents that we would like to do another season, another year, maybe 2 seasons. And 2, I wonder if we should try to get you, the listener, involved. I don't know. Keep your nose peeled to the Twitter feed, to Facebook, to YouTube. Just keep listening. Keep paying attention. Keep your eye on the feed. And we'll have more details coming up in the next few weeks. But maybe there's a way to get them involved. What do you think?
I like it. Any way to get some more interaction with fans, as much interaction as we can, given
Absolutely.
what's going on. But no, I think it's tremendous. We all love this wild world of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Why not
And we
participate
love
together?
our sponsors as well. And again, normally we talk about them in the beginning, but I almost forgot about them. Let's talk about manscaped.com. Get that winter ball fro shaved. Get yourself all manscaped up like Dave the Zohan Hero. 20% off with PWR and manscaped.com. And then our friends at collarandelbowbrand.com. They are making sure that you look in silky smooth as well. PWR 360 will save you 10% at collarandelbowbrand.com. Also, I want to talk real quick. Linda, we didn't bring it up, or I didn't bring it up, and that's my fault. GLCW happened over the weekend. Plus, our friend, former senior intern, Cal Hero, is fanny packless.
Yes. He lost the fanny pack at OVW this week, but
does it give him the jitterbug?
Jitterbug. Yes. You know what? But that whole thing, he's got to get it back. We got to tune in and see what shall happen with Fanny Pack Kid down with OVW. However, we did get an appearance back from the hometown kid, Cal Hero, Fanny Pack Kid, if you will, of course, at GLCW this past weekend. And what a tremendous show. Such a hot crowd. We had our other stars from OVW. Of course, we had Cal Hero there. We had Luscious Lawrence. We had OVW champion Hollywood Haley J. Yes. And just a hot crowd. And of course, our special guest. Hello, ladies.
Big
Val Venus. Yes. We got a great hello, ladies on the mic. It was great. He made sure the crowd just got one of the best hello, ladies I've ever heard. So that was tremendous. I had on my collar and elbow doing the announcing in the ring, and cannot wait for the next GLCW show here in Wisconsin, Circle B. If you're in the Cedarburg area, next show.
May, right?
Yes, Saturday, May 8th. So far, we've got former Impact X Division champion Rohit on the card, and more to come.
Nice. That was a pretty impactful announcement you made there.
Yes, indeed.
Gotcha. Well, hey, this is our week kicking off, folks. Tomorrow morning, Matthew Thomas and the lady they call Linda Kay will be bringing you all the latest from what happened on Raw, plus maybe more news between Linda and Matthew. You never know how things are going to go around here. So for Linda Kay, I'm the man they call Meathead. Hey, thanks for stopping by. So long, everyone.